Why Tucker Carlson is getting so wrong? As I've told you before, when you have someone who's a smart guy, like he's a smart guy. So you start worrying about it because he cannot be that stupid. The things he's saying about Sharia law, the thing he's talking about, everything, he cannot be that stupid unless he's a liberal. So if you are not liberal, you cannot be that stupid. Therefore, it's not stupidity. It's a strategy. When you see someone saying something so stupid that you say, I cannot believe he's saying that, usually you are right. You should not believe he's that stupid. It's a strategy. So let us see what he's saying here. Let us see. Because this is
Sharia law. I've been in a lot of countries with Sharia law.
I've been to a lot of countries. The question is, in the most expensive hotels of those countries, and you want to tell me that being in those hotels is like living in those countries?
Islamic law and better than what we have in parts of New York City.
Oh, I agree. Parts of New York City is horrible. But that I know of, women that betray the husband is not getting stoned to death. Unless I missed that part. Oh my goodness. All of a sudden.
Well, and it's more true of Saudi and
That laugh is kind of strange.
Russia than really any other part of the world that I've been to. Part of that is that, of course, the Saudi kingdom has changed dramatically in the last 10 years, as you well know. Part of it is that what we were told was never true in the first place.
Like what?
And there are reasons for that.
ماذا قيل لكم؟
Well, that it's primitive and dangerous and...
So it's not dangerous. Usually, if you go to the best hotel, the most expensive hotel in any country in the world, usually it's not dangerous.
Just silly propaganda about Islam. If you have a society in which people bow down before God 5 times a day.
Here I have a question now, and I would love to ask you. Christians believe they have the true God, the only true God, right? That's the belief of Christianity. You have one true God. And then Tucker Carlson say he's a Christian, he believes in one true God. If he believes in one true God, so someone's praying 5 times a day to Allah, is that the same God? Because some people say so. Some people say the God I believe in God. So the God I believe is the same God that Allah. Is this the same God? It's just a matter of Allah is God in their language? Or when you take the Bible that we believe and we put next to Quran what they believe, Quran describes who is their God, and our Bible describe who is our God. And are those the same? Is really the same when you read both books? Some people say yes, but I think you maybe you have not read the Quran. Because if they were the same, how are the Quran and the Bible so different? How? So my point is, for you to be praying 5 times a day, does it make you closer to God? Does it make any difference? That's not what God says. I could be right here meditating, thinking about God, but for me to be closer to God is not about praying 5 times a day. Praying 5 times a day to God and do the things we know they do, it does not bring you close to God. It's a mistake. So the same, again, he tried to play the card, I've been all over the world. We've been all over the world in the most expensive hotels in the world, which it's not like being in those worlds. It's like when you go to some of those countries, and as you can see, I wasn't born in America. When you go to some of those countries and you are in those most expensive hotels, It's like being in America. You are in America in that country because that hotel, the drinks, the food, the atmosphere, everything is like America. You only know the country when you go where the people are. And Tucker Carlson has never been where the people are. He goes in the most expensive hotels.
I'm not against that.
He's not against that. But he used to be, but he's not anymore. Are you against women being stoned to death because they betrayed their husband?
I should bow down before God 5 times a day.
I agree. Not that that's going to make you closer to God. There's no formula in the Bible that says, hey, if you pray 5 times a day, you'll be closer to me. If you pray 4, almost there. 3, you're a little bit far. It doesn't have a rule, because you could be praying 5 times to God and be far as possible from God.
And I wish I lived around people who bowed down before God 5 times a day.
I wish, so just move to where you are, right? Move to those places.
It is good for you to bow down before God every day.
The question is, which God? Which God?
A lot. I'm not going to take another lecture in my country about, Islam this, Islam that. You're lying. And I don't have to take that anymore. I'm sick of it.
Yeah. Maybe you are taking something else.
Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
واضح جدا جدا
When you come to this country, and there are other countries like it in the region, having spent a lot, I keep saying this, but it's true, a lot of...
He keeps saying, because he is deceiving people, making people to believe that being the most expensive hotels in these countries make him know the country. No, you don't.
Time in this region for 25 years. And the reason I came is because of 9/11. That's why I got here in the first place. I have had the opposite experience. And I know a lot of people who live here, and I've eaten in a lot of people's homes. I'm having dinner at someone's home tonight.
Yeah, this someone is a very rich someone.
We're not the same origin, but I feel totally comfortable, completely comfortable, and happy and not judged. And I have respect for reverence. I respect people who respect, whether they respect others or nature or, above all, God. I respect that. We need to have respect.
There is no respect. He is completely confused. Completely confused. There's no respect. And he continues talking about freedom. They have this freedom. No, they have no freedom. They have no freedom. We all know that. His mind is completely corrupted with these liberal ideas. The way he talks about Trump, the way he talks about Muslims, everything he talks about, you can see he's not stupid. So many people believe he's been getting paid a lot of money to say that. And many of us would say whatever we need to say if the money is right. But I want to hear from you. Is this the same God? You become a really, really good person if you bow down 5 times? Because if that is true, if you bow down to God 5 times a day, and that makes you such a holy person, explain to me, because when I look at the people who does that, the things they do, it doesn't show me they are closer to God. On the opposite, we know what they're doing. May God bless America. May God bless each one of you. Go and let me know what you think about this one God. God bless you guys.